Hey everyone, welcome to Plants and Politics. So, a bit of an update on the Epstein story. This is unbelievable. A recent court filing shows that executors of Jeffrey Epstein's estate claim they can't cover his bills. They claim that the dead pedophile's expenses are going to go unmet and they won't be able to make payments to Epstein's victims through their established victims compensation fund. So how is this possible? I mean, Epstein's estate, as far as we know right now, is valued at close to $650 million. There's other people out there who claim that it's well in the billions, but we know for a fact that there's at least close to 650 million set aside. But Epstein's lawyers claim that the estate only has $240,000 in available liquid assets due to liens put in place by the Virgin Islands AG, Denise George. So in January of this year, the Virgin Islands Attorney General filed a lawsuit against Epstein's estate. If you've been following the show, you know that, in part due to his alleged child sex trafficking ring, which he ran primarily from one of his two islands in the Caribbean known as Little St. James. Now, his monthly expenses, according to the attorneys, for all of his properties, his staff, to keep things up so that they don't fall into disrepair, all that good stuff, is purportedly $260,000 a month. Can you imagine having that kind of nut to crack every month? So Epstein's representatives say that everything is on the verge of collapse. In a court document that was filed last month, one of his attorneys, Christopher Croblin, said, quote, "In the event that the Attorney General's intransigence continues, the estate's co-executors will no longer be able to continue to administer the estate. The residential properties will quickly deteriorate. The aircraft and other assets will fall into disrepair. Its assets will remain unsold and legal proceedings will be defaulted." So Attorney General George disputes these claims. She says that the men who have been placed in charge of Epstein's estates have been less than honest in their accounting of expenses. For example, she alleges that the estate has even been covering the costs of an immigration attorney to assist Epstein victims and co-conspirators in gaining legal immigration status. Court documents contain the following statement from her Attorney General's office, quote, "Payments to defend this lawyer are not appropriate expenditures of estate funds, and these payments suggest that estate funds are being used even now to conceal and protect participants in Epstein's criminal enterprise." Croblin, however, denied the AG's framing and said that these attorneys' fees are related to alleged victims who have been called to testify who can't afford their own attorney. But that's not the only allegation that the Attorney General is making against Epstein's representatives. So in a letter written by Attorney General George, she also accuses the two executors of the estate, Darren Indyke and Richard Kahn, of actually taking part in Epstein's criminal activity. She wrote, quote, "Executors are directly associated with entities that are defendants." She also said that the two men, quote, "allegedly facilitated or participated in Epstein's criminal activity." So the AG obviously vehemently disagrees with what these people are alleging, and she disagrees with unfreezing the assets. I mean, it would be a shame if this all falls apart and the victims don't receive their money. My concern, which talked about this with other people, I don't know if I've mentioned it on the show, is are these victims going to have to sign non-disclosure agreements in order to receive compensation? That is a big question. I don't know if anybody out there knows the answer to that. I personally, and everything I've read, I've never found anything stating that they do, or if they will still have the ability to speak out after they're paid. But that's another topic for another day. But I will keep you guys posted. It looks like she's fighting this tooth and nail, so we'll see what happens. As always, like, share, subscribe. I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you for watching and listening. Take care. Thanks for listening to Plants and Politics. The only way we can take our country and power back is to spread the truth and build an army. So remember to like, follow, subscribe, and share on Facebook, YouTube, and wherever you listen to your podcasts. Thanks again.